Hey, what's up guys? So I'm here to show off Gwent, the Witcher card game that you guys wanted me to play. Now, I'm only going to be uploading one of these videos on this channel because this channel is pretty much just a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. However, if you guys really like it, let me know. I'll upload more on my gaming channel and I'll link that down below. But I'm here to give you guys an overview of it because a lot of you guys wanted me to try out the game. I tried it out. I didn't really record a video that I thought was like worthy. It was kind of just me going through the tutorial. But anyways, I'll kind of explain the game as much as I know. But if any of you guys know the game much better, feel free to go ahead and join in. But anyways, I'm going to do a single player match against the AI because it'll give me infinite time. And that allows me to kind of explain everything. So it is different. Oh, by the way, this game is free. This is not a sponsored video also, because every time I make a video, it's a little bit different. If you guys sponsored, wow, what a sellout, man. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So, at the start of the round, and you play in the best of 3, so you just try to win 2 out of the 3. But you share the same cards that you have in your hand, and you draw very few cards, is kind of how the game works. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and, well, the card's not too bad. Let's, this is kind of nice opening up with if I have some of the lower cards, but I actually kind of like this. My hand, I like these. These are like some of my favorite cards. Those are basically like field spells, but for the sake of it, I'm just gonna keep 1. And how many monsters do I have? I have 4. All right. I'll skip out on that. This can be kind of nice. I want to kind of make my hand something that where it's going to show off effects, not necessarily like the best hand in terms of like what I want to do to like win, but to show you guys like an example of the gameplay. So like I might do some plays that are done, but I want to show you guys like how the game works. So I'm going first. So how this game works is there are several borders on cards. The gold cards are the best because they're immune to a lot of the spells and traps in the game. And, oh gosh, looks like he's drawing some extra cards. Okay, I get to draw some cards too. Alright. Now, the gold cards are immune to, I would say, like, spell and traps. And also, there's 3 different rows in this game. I'm going to call it, like, the sword, just to make it easy, I'm going to call it the sword, the crossbow, and the catapult. And some things will affect multiple. Some things will affect like 1 row. Sometimes they'll affect like 1 target. And your goal isn't to like reduce your opponent's life points to 0 because your opponent doesn't have any life points. It's to actually get this number as high as possible. You see, my opponent has 15 and I have 10. Now at any point I can actually just pass, and that's not passing the turn to give it to him and then it comes back to me. It literally just becomes his turn until he wants to end. Basically, if I was to end right now, he could actually end his turn and he would actually win because he's at 15 points and I'm only at 10. Now, it can actually be smart to actually pass and just be like, okay, I can't beat this board, we're going to the next game. But you're going to potentially have more cards because maybe he used more cards. So you actually save the cards in your hand to go into the next game and you play in the best 2 out of 3. So if you do really bad, like in 1 turn, it might be better just to pass and save your cards for round 2 and 3 rather than just trying to play all your cards and just beating 1 round and then the next round all they do is they just win because you have 0 cards, or I guess whatever you draw, because you can technically some of the cards will let you have interactions with stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and now get started. So or I guess continue on. So some units have special abilities. Now this one has what's called shield. You guys can see shield says it protects a unit from the next power reducing effect. So kind of like the next spell is what I would say. Now this one is a silver border, so what I could do is I can do 1 damage to everything on this row, and it would just kind of stack up. Now what you want to do ideally with, I want to call these field spells. So there's like rain, there's fog, there's the biting frost, so you get to deal 1 damage to everything. But there is 2 golds on his side, and golds are pretty much immune to most things in the game. I wish they kind of explained that. Well, I guess they do explain it in the tutorial, but like I wish it wasn't so like strong. It just feels like it's very strong is really what it comes down to. But anyways, I got this card that I can throw out. So this card is actually weakened, but we'll go ahead and this one can summon a carcass. Hold on, when if I mouse over, does it go over? Okay, so it spawns a, well, I'm gonna show you this card. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna place this card, and when you place this card, you can throw, you get to it says timer 2, so it lasts 2 turns, and it says turn in and destroy the lowest units on the row, then banish this unit. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it right here. It doesn't really, sometimes it don't matter if it's on the left or right side, but for this card, it's just lowest on the row, and the lowest happens to be, so he's gonna go ahead and damage itself by 1, and so that's gonna actually get rid of that in the next turn. Now, if I was to use something like this lacerate, it actually deals damage to all the units on the row. Keep in mind, except for the golds, because golds are special. But the thing is that if I did that, this would actually die, because that's a thing that needs to survive on board. But anyways, what I can do now is I can try to force the target to be lower if I wanted to. So I'm just going to go ahead and deploy one of these, and I'll show you how this works. So I might want to... I might want to use the rain on like this row later on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just hit this, and so that'll weaken his army number. And so like he's putting a lot of cards. Oh, he used an ability, so I guess there we go. Oh, so these are 18 and 11. But remember, this one says if it was boosted, damage it by 5 instead. So I can actually do additional 5 damage, or I can go for this and I can damage all of the units on there, or I can go ahead and do Biting Frost, so every single turn. Actually, let's do this. Again, I'm not doing this to win, I'm just kind of showing you guys the game. So I think that's more important anyway. So I'm going to place this down, and you'll see every single turn, he's going to start taking some damage. So my opponent has done what's called a pass. So what that means is it becomes my turn infinitely until I want to decide that's enough. Because what I can do right now is I can actually play this card and I'll place this card. And what he does is he bounces a card back. So I can go ahead and bounce this card back. And where is it? So I can go ahead and... Oh, it's choosing what I want to bounce. I guess I could go for a lot of different things. So I could go for this card, which lets me do some more damage. So that could be good. So I can go ahead and place this once again. And then, so remember, if these were boosted, it makes, if anything's reduced, it's red, and if it's boosted, it will be in green. Now, at the moment, there's not really any reason why to attack one or the other than if I want to use something that's going to destroy like one unit, which I could tactically draw into later on. I don't know if I have any cards that let me draw. But anyways, I could just do this, and it'll do 5 damage. And so, it's, again, my turn. And at this point, I just need to try to maximize what I would... It's ideal to maximize my points here. So like, for example, if I was to use this item, it would boost a unit by 8, and that would put me at 39, but I don't really need to use all of those resources. I mean, I could, but let's see, what else can I use? I can also deal damage to everything by 3, and that would be a total of 6, and that would put him at 30. I could do that. That's an option. I'm going to do that just to show you guys the skill. So you guys can see he's at 20. Oh, it killed one of them, I guess. So at this point, I could still play cards, but this would be that'd be a bad idea because he's already said pass. And keep in mind, guys, since he has passed, I had to use technically more cards to beat him. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and pass, and that's going to win me the round. Like I said, you play the best 2 out of the 3. But remember, I start out with the same amount of cards. And that is one way your opponent can kind of, I guess, outplay you, because they're just like, okay, you know what, you win this round, I'm going to beat you in the next 2 rounds. I like that interaction. It is pretty cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and... I don't know what the lowest... I think the lowest unit in my deck is the guy that actually has Monster Reborn. So I want to keep that just to show you guys that. And I'm going to reset this card. So you'll see, you guys can see he has more cards in his hand. Now, what I can do is kind of just play some cards. I'm actually wondering what the AI will do in a scenario like this. Oh, I'm going first, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to throw out this card turn 1. And what I can do is invest everything into this, but more than likely he will have more cards, so he can beat me this this round because he just has more cards. Generally, when you have more cards, you usually have, it depends on the cards, but generally you're gonna have an advantage. So anyways, we got the fog. So this is a bronze, so I can affect it. But anyways, it says turn start, damage the highest units on the row by 2. Now it says units in parentheses, so I'm guessing if there's 2 of them, it would actually hit both of them, which is actually kind of nice. But I'm going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to go ahead and potentially destroy this target. I really need one more turn for that. Now, if I get rid of this card right now, it will actually pop this guy, which is kind of ideal here. But I don't really feel like that's necessary. Heck, I can throw out another Rot Tosser over here. Because I like this card a lot. This is actually one of my favorite cards because it has 6 points and then it can potentially get rid of one thing completely. So I think that is really good. So I'm going to show you guys another strategy. So, oh, wait, actually, hold on. I'm not going to do this because the lowest unit would actually be the carcass if I did that. So that would be considered like one play that would be considered like a misplay. Now, I have this card where it boosts the unit by 8 points. However, one important thing is to not, I would say don't boost your highest unit because of the card like this. This card over here called Scorch destroys the highest unit. So now I pop that card, it's my turn, and we're back to 8-8. I can save this card for later on. Gosh, I wish I had more of these. I don't think I have any more of these, which kind of sucks, which makes this card completely useless at this point. But keep in mind, I only had like the starter decks, so I was really limited. But I kind of want to go for this. Let's go ahead and do this card. And again, I usually recommend to place. I'm going to reveal this card, and I will reveal marching orders. And oh, I should use marching orders to show you guys. Oh, so
follow you always into the fair.
So he's making that. That's pretty high. Okay, this is pretty nice because I can start reducing. Wait, is this a? This is a bronze. Okay, so we'll definitely play the fog over here, so we can start doing some damage every single turn.
Kill, maim, destroy.
And what's great with this now, unfortunately, since everything is on this row, which is kind of good in one sense, but the fog, if I can go back to the fog, actually that's my opponent's graveyard. Hold on, I'm going to my graveyard, and you can like Monster Reborn, like I said. But anyways, it says the highest unit. Oh, okay, so this is definitely not going to be the highest unit because it's going to be very low. So it'll be good. There we go. We'll throw that over there. And so it's going to some stats. So he used his ability, so it does damage, and he attacked this one, which I think is kind of strange because what's interesting with this is this already has what's called shield, and that's good that the AI like showed you guys how that kind of works. But anyways, I don't. This is the only unit in my hand, but I don't. Oh, I guess you could just go with that.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, there's no way I'm gonna. Alright, well, at least I popped something. That's kind of good. Now, again, I probably can't win this because I'm out of cards. So anyways, we'll place this card. So we'll place this card. I don't know what we can get with this.
A bit of bloodletting.
Oh, wait, we have a 9? Alright, hold on. So we can, this is just basically like Monster Reborn, but only out of my opponent's graveyard. So, can I read what... I wish I could read what... the retaliation. I'm not sure if that's when it dies or something like that. But anyways, this card has strength itself by 1 to play boost 3 damage units to the left, have their power rounding up. Okay, so I think that this card would be good. I'm gonna go with this because it's 9 stats. So I have more points than him, but again, since I have no cards, I am forced to pass. Therefore, my opponent can just pass, and he actually wins. And he will actually win the next round. Like it's okay. That's what we call not hard in the cards because that's all I have. But I can redraw it, and obviously I'm going to redraw it, but it's not going to do me any good. Unless there's somehow my opponent like done goofs really hard, there's just no way. But again, I wanted to show you guys how the game works, and since I have 0 cards, it forces me to pass, therefore my opponent wins. So keep in mind, a lot of times, I would say game 1 definitely shows, like most players try to invest most of their cards into game 1. But yeah, that was the game, and let me know guys what you thought of it. Like I said, if you guys want me to upload more, let me know, and I will upload it on my other gaming channel. It'll be linked down below. But overall, like I just feel like I wish that there was more like hype with the game. In terms of like when you win, it just feels like I have more points, I won. I just felt like you miss out on like the opportunity to like attack, if that makes sense. That's the way I see the game. But you guys wanted me to try it out. There's my thoughts on the game. But hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing a new game, because you know, I like playing new games, and this one it's okay. I don't think it's like a game that is like my top 10 games of this year, but I might dab into it once in a while, and we'll mess around with it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing a new game, and there you guys go. For those of you guys requesting me to check out Gwent, the new other card game. And yeah, like I said, it's a free game. It's currently in beta, so yeah, keep that in mind as well. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And if you enjoyed the vid, make sure you guys let me know, and that way I know that I upload more on my gaming channel, which I will link down below. And if you're new to the channel, well, if you're new to the channel and this is your first video, I don't upload Gwent, at least not anymore. Well, not yet is what I should say, because that is for my other gaming channel, which again I link down below. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.